Hi, my name is Kathy Fosno, and today we're going to make this simple thank you card. It's made from Whisper White cardstock and Elegant Eggplant cardstock. Let's get started. First, with my Stampin' Trimmer, I cut my paper to 5.5 by 8.5, and then I scored it at 4 1/4. Then I used my Stylish Stripe embossing folder and ran it through the Big Shot. I don't know if you can see the lines. I think you can. Through there, it just makes a nice dry embossed look. Okay, then I used my Project Life corner punch to round my corners. Be careful when you use your corner punch to line your paper up on each corner of these edges right here so that you get a nice rounded corner. Okay, then I cut 2 strips, one at 5.5 by 1 inch and one at 5.5 by 1/2 inch. And I'm going to start using my snail adhesive, and I'm going to put it about third of the way down the paper, as you can see. And sometimes it's a little long, so you can just use your scissors and cut it off. Okay. Now I'm going to wait on the second strip because I want to emboss the word thanks on it. So we'll wait just a few minutes for that. In the meantime, I'm going to take my Elegant Eggplant paper and we're going to emboss. We're going to use the Flower Shop Flower Shop stamp set, and we're going to use this punch right here. And we're going to use the Pansy punch to punch them out. So here we go. We're going to take Versamark and we're going to ink up our stamp real well. Now, if you'll notice, I have a little purple line there. That's going to tell me that is the bottom stamp. So I'm bottom of the stamp. So I'm going to punch it or stamp it once. Twice. Three times. Okay, I'm going to set that aside, and I am going to use my embossing powder, Stampin' Up! Embossing powder, white. And I am going to sprinkle it. Make sure you have a piece of paper, something underneath you, so that it doesn't just go everywhere. And kind of flick it. And then you can put that back into the container. And now my heat gun is not a Stampin' Up! Heat gun. I've had it for like 20 years. I keep waiting for it to go out so that I can get a Stampin' Up! One, but in the meantime I'm using it. Now if you'll watch, you'll see how the embossing powder changes. And it becomes a little shinier. Hope you can see some of that. I always loved embossing this way, and we don't do that a lot anymore, it seems like. So I wanted to show it to you. Okay, then I'm going to make sure it's all shiny, and then I'm going to take the punch. Now, remember I showed you the little purple mark. There's a black mark here to show you the bottom of the punch. This just makes it a little easier to line up when you go to punch it out, because it takes a minute to find the spots if you don't have it fixed just right. But see how easy that is? I'm just going right in there. If I had a steady hand. And excuse me, that's my son in the other room. Okay, so I have 3 really pretty little flowers there. And because I just wanted to bling it up a little bit, I am using my Jewel Basic rhinestones. I love these. I go through these like crazy. You'll see them in most of my projects. And I'm going to take a Sharpie pen and color them. You can do this with any alcohol-based pen. The Sharpies seem to do the trick, and Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry those anymore, that kind of pen anymore. So then, okay, I had it right here. Why do these things get up and walk away from me? Well, I'll just do it carefully. I like to use my piercing tool to lift these up, because it makes it a little bit easier, but I can't seem to find it right this minute. So I'm going to put those rhinestones right in the middle of the flower. Okay, that's ready. Now I'm going to take and put a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of each one, leaving the paper on till I'm ready to place them. Okay, then we're going to take them off, and we're going to put one on each corner or each side, and then fit in the middle one. Isn't that pretty? You could leave it just like that, but I just thought it needed to say just a little bit more. So I'm going to take my 1/2-inch strip, and using the stamp set that comes with your watercolor Wishes card kit, this is exclusive to that kit. You can't buy it separately, but I love the way the words are listed, are shaped. So I'm going to use the thanks card, and I'm going to line up my acrylic block, and I'm going to put my words right on the line, and then I'm going to take my Versamark and I'm going to write thanks on the left side. I don't know if you can see it. It's there. And then we're going to put embossing powder on it again, on this one. I just give it a little flick. Put my powder, or cover your Versamark. Put your stamp aside and put your embossing powder into the container. Okay, we're ready to use the heat gun again. Okay. I love when it starts changing. This gets dark and shiny. Okay. Now I'm just going to take, that's dry, so I'm going to take my snail adhesive again, and I'm going to put it on, and then put it across my card. And again, it's just a little longer, so I just want to cut that. I turn it upside down because then I can see the color against the white, and it makes it easier to cut. Okay, and I thought it would be nice to add just a couple more little rhinestones, but I think I'm going to do it with the smaller ones. You know what? I think I'm going to leave those clear. I think that's what I did. So I'm going to just take and do one. Stick into my finger. I need my little tool, my piercing tool. Okay, there's one. Two. And I did two because I have three rhinestones up here, and we need 5 to make it look complete. So, you know what, I'm going to touch this just a little bit closer. Okay, and there is our card. Now you can always take and with your little flower, I'm going to take it, and I have the elegant eggplant out. So I'm going to take inside the card, and I'm going to just put one flower on the inside. Maybe I'll make 2 since that one didn't come out real good. I'll do 2. There we go. Kind of cool, huh? Okay, and that is our card for Card Tuesday. I hope you like this card, and I hope you will subscribe to my website and pick a thumbs up. And I'm sorry about the dogs. Thank you for coming by.